Back now on EA Sports at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. We're set. To go as the Falcons are in possession of the football in quarter number 4. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. From the 44, Ryan. And that one's complete to Gurley.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, Ryan. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Throwing again, Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Here's Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Whittington. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Ryan to throw. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Ryan. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
So the victory here for San Francisco.
And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the 49ers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Locke. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and it's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Locke to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Throwing on 1st down. Fields almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. Gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Keith.
2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
To throw it is Locke. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
61, match box, lights.
Throwing now is Locke. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From midfield, here's Locke. Rush coming, and he he's taken down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Very good return that time. 18 yards. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Going on the ground with Eckler.
How about we shot a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. A give, Eckler running to the right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been buried.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. When you're down on the goal line, the fullback, he can become a huge weapon.
Definitely, Brandon, because when you're talking about big, strong, powerful, and a person hungry to carry the football, the fullback is ideal in a goal line situation.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing his lock on third down. He finds Coleman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Now Gordon on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. To throw on third down. Lock. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On the ground, it's Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Here is Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All day, dog.
On first, here's Washington. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Strong right. Strong right. We got 4. We got 4.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them.